Hello, welcome to Pilates Matwork. Today, we'll do a few things with the ring. If you don't have a ring, no worries. All that does is just add a little bit more resistance, a little bit more challenge to what we're doing. We'll also use it to assist us in a stretch today, but I will give you a few options or things to think about to get something similar to a ring if you don't have one. The other thing we're going to do today is go up into Jackknife. So that's the next step from the roll over. So, and I'll say this again, very important safety tip. Please do not attempt roll over or jackknife if you have any cervical or neck issues, uncontrolled blood pressure, any eye pressure issues, those kinds of things. You'll just lift and lower the legs. You won't take the lift. So that being said, we'll get started. So starting standing, just kind of come maybe about hip width apart here. So hip width apart, remember, you want to feel your hip bones. So it's not about how wide we think we are, but it's right in line with the frontal hip bones. And then your knees, ankles, and toes kind of taking that alignment. Good. And just have a little softness in the knees, filling all four corners of the feet. Big inhale, take the arms up overhead, reach long, press into the feet, reach from the toe, not the toes, but from the fingertips. And then we'll just open a little bit here, shining the chest forward. Good. So I'll just show you that from a side view. Good. And then we'll reach and take that down. And reach and open and reach and take that down. Inhale, arms up, coming overhead. Grow taller from crown to tail as you take those arms down again. Take it up. Reach, reach, reach. Let's open into that little back bend and come down. Take the arms up here, turning palms towards the ceiling, hands to the shoulders, moving forward and back. Good. Just loosening things up here. Good. And then just take that into some circles. Good. So a little bit of a balance challenge here. Could you, as you're doing circles, shift into the left foot, pick up the right foot just a little bit, nothing too high. We'll lower that. Let's reverse the direction of our circles. Good. Now shifting the weight into the other foot. Good. Picking it up. Good. And taking that down. Good. Let's take it up. Let's take it all the way down into a squat. Heels stay grounded, pressing through, taking it down again. Nice big inhale. Good. Maybe add a little bit more to this. Keep it slow if you need to. Good. And then from here, just come all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. Take that back bend one more time. Just for a moment, take your hands forward, clasp the hands. Good. So showing from a side view, and just get a little stretchy. And release. Taking hands behind. So remember, you can be here, 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 rolling back, maybe a lift. Find your range of motion where it is. And then release and just shake it out. Good. We're going to roll down to the floor. So I'm going to start from the back end of my mat here. You can be hip width apart. You can zip everything up together. That's a little bit more challenging. Be where you need to be. And then from here, zipping up through the front body. Think about zipping up from pubic bone to behind the navel, belly button in. Let's take the arms up overhead. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to nod the chin. I'm trying to get a nice deep C curve scoop here. So it's better to bend the knees versus hinging the hips back. So you really want to get into that flexibility. And this is another one of the great ones that you can practice. Rolling down and rolling up at a wall, peeling that off one vertebrae at a time. Pressing into the feet. Good. Coming all the way up. We'll reach and we'll open. This time when we roll down, we'll walk it forward into all fours. So reach, nodding the chin, zipping it up. Good. Taking it down, walking it out. Good. And just bringing those knees down. Good. So setting up for some cat-cows here. So knees are about hip width apart. You can take them slightly wider if your low back is bothering you today, but spread the fingers nice and wide. Root through the knuckles of pinky, pointer, and thumb. Maybe elbows turn in slightly. Big inhale, shine that heart forward, tip that pelvis back, nice cow pose. And exhale and round. Really press that mat away. Look towards those thighs. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. Come back to nice flat table. We're going to go into a thread the needle here. I'm just moving a prop out of the way. Good. So from here, and we're going to do this as a little bit of a flow first as well. So remember, for thread the needle, hips, knees, stay in alignment. Starting by taking the right arm out to the side, get a little scoop and open and scoop and open and scoop. Take that all the way through. Good. Remember, top of the head on the floor. You want a long line from crown through the neck, through the spine, so you don't want to break it by pressing the ear into the floor. Pressing into the left hand, coming back up. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here. Good. We'll take that into the opposite direction. So from here, left arm comes out and little scoop and open and scoop and open. Take that all the way through. Good. Again, long line. Lets the breath go. Lets the energy get nice and moving, unobstructed. And then when you're ready, pressing through that right hand, and we'll come back up. Good. From here, make your way onto your back. So I'm just going to come forward, crossing my ankles. I have a tendency to run out of my mat here, so I'm being a little bit more cautious of that. But as you come onto your back, watch for ponytails. Good. Just kind of wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Kind of settle in here. Your knees can be bent. Your hands can be on your belly and maybe even right around the pelvis, just to kind of get a feel of what's going on here. You can also just kind of let them relax to the side a little bit. But zip up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Find your safe neutral. So tailbone is heavy and connected for right now. You may or may not have a little bit of space between there. If you don't, just make sure that you're not jamming your back into the floor. And then your low rib cage should be connected, and we'll just roll the shoulders back. We'll smile. So you can have a nice, prettier wide collarbone. So zipping up from pubic bone behind the navel. Good. We're going to rock that pelvis back, going into the posterior tilt. Belly button is in a little bit deeper, and we'll come back forward. Nice anterior tilt or neutral, and rock it back and take it forward and rock it back and take it forward, and we'll take it back and take it forward. Good. Be at ease. We're going to go into the pelvic clocks here. So think about your pubic bone being 6 o'clock, your belly button being 12 o'clock. Your right side is going to be 9 o'clock. Your left side is going to be 3 o'clock. Okay. So zipping up nice and tight from pubic bone to behind the navel, belly button in deep to the spine. If you're properly engaged here, you'll feel this right below the navel, between the navel and the pubic bone. Okay. This is deep transverse abdominis work. And we'll take that to 12 and 6 and 12 and 6 and 12 and pause. Here we go. Going over to the 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Small movement. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. One more. 3, 6, 9, 12. Pause. We're going to take that right into opposite direction to 9, 6, 3, 12. 9, 6, 3, 12. Breathe. 9, 6, 3, 12. 9, 6, 3, 12. Just rock, rock, rock side to side. If you need to take your knees into your chest real quick, do so. Good. This one is a hard one to master. This one pelvic clog took me a couple years for it all to click one day and not do this dancing thing. So it's very tight and connected. Okay, we're going to take the knees into tabletop here. So knees over hips, shins parallel to the floor. Find that safe neutral. Arms up towards the ceiling. Zipping up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Big inhale. Exhale, nod the chin. Reach up, lift, reach long. Chest lift. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take that down. Good. We're going to take that chest lift right into the hundreds from here. If you would like to add your ring in here, you can. So if you take your feet and legs on the inside of the ring, right up above the ankle, and press into it lightly, you're going to get a little bit more outer glute, outer thigh work. If you take it on the inside, you're going to get more inner thigh work, okay? So I'm going to take mine on the outside here. And you can also do this with legs up to the ceiling, your diagonal, or tabletop, okay? Be where you want to be. I'm going to be in tabletop. Arms come up, inhale. Exhale, nod the chin, reach it long. Good, eyes to the thighs, start pumping. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and smile. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, reach deeper. Keep going. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold. Lift higher, reach deeper. And we'll take that down. Woo. Just bring those knees in. Rock, 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 side to side. If you use the ring, we'll take that to the side as well. All right. From here, we are going to roll over to our side, press ourselves up, come to a seat. We're going to practice the roll downs, roll ups, and roll overs for those of us that are there. So remember, if you need to do this in a modification, because coming all the way down or coming up is not where you are today, your legs can be long. You can come to your point of control. Your point of control is where something has to give. Either you have to come all the way back or your legs have to lift or something like that. And once you're there, that's your cue that you're going to come back up. Okay. You can also do this with bent knees. So that's the modification. Those of us doing the full. Come up, nice tall seat. We're thinking about that C-curve scoop again. Rolling down with control. Being mindful if you've got inflexibilities in the spine or some weaknesses in the core, you might go down a little bit faster in those parts. Good. And then those of you that only want to work on the roll down today, that's fine. Roll over to your side, come up to a seat, start over. For the roll up, inhale, exhale, coming up. Good. Again, I'm favoring that left side. Ideally, you want to come up through center and come over. Do try to get out of the habit of using your elbow to help you roll up because that's cheating. So from here, good, we'll go again. Taking it back, inhale, exhale. Oh, I'm gonna make myself do it. Good, and come up. I'm gonna roll all the way forward here. And then from that forward roll, I'm gonna roll right into my roll down. Now, once you roll down, you've got some options. If rollover is not your jam or you want to keep practicing the roll down, then all you're going to do is keep practicing your roll up or roll over to your side, come to your seat, roll down. Those of us that want to do the roll over, good, arms to the side, rolling the shoulders back. Pick up, lift it back there. Good. Feet are in flexion. You're going to open your legs about shoulder width apart and then carefully pull that down. Good. Arms will come up as your legs come down. Oh, I'm going to reach for it. Good. And then maybe add that roll up to it. We're going to do that one more time. Good. Nice and smooth. Opening up. Rolling down. So don't be concerned about your feet touching the floor behind you. That's not as important. Good, and coming forward. Whew. All right, roll it down. We're gonna come into our stretching sequence here. So good opportunity to pull up the pants here too. But we're gonna grab the ring. If you don't have the ring, you're just gonna take your hands behind the right leg, let them travel up as high as they can go. The ring is just gonna assist me here. So again, just let everything settle down into the pocket, keeping a little micro bend in the knee here. And then from here, let's just do this a little bit dynamically just because it works better. So just kind of give a gentle tug and release. Just a gentle tug and release. Good. This time, a little bit of a deeper tug. Upper body is grounded. Breathe and expand. And as a reminder, as we go through these stretches, pain, numbness, tingling, burning, never normal sensations. So if you ever feel any of that happening to you, that's your cue you've gone beyond your limit and back off or come out completely. Good, we'll release here. I'm gonna keep my hand on my ring. If you don't have one, take your hand somewhere on the outside here. Yogi toe is always okay as well. Both hips, both shoulders stay grounded. We're gonna take that leg out to the side. And you can relax into there or give yourself a gentle tug towards the shoulders. If your left hip is popping up, your right leg is too far out to the right, lift it up slightly. Good, and when you're ready, we'll bring that back up. Good, extend the left leg long. We won't come into full twist here, but I'm gonna just switch out my hands. So you can put a bend in the knee or a lengthened leg, and we'll arc it over 45 degrees. And some people need to take the leg a little bit closer to the feet or a little bit closer to the face to find your sweet spot. So it's not always just directly across the body. So always kind of take your time to feel what it is that you need. Good, so this is that IT band stretch here. Good, and then when you're ready, good, we're gonna release that ring. I'm gonna put it somewhere where it's not in the way. You can come back with a bend in this knee here on the other side if you need to, or keep that leg long. I'm gonna keep my right leg up to the ceiling. So I'm gonna give you the choice, small circles or larger circles. You wanna keep both hips grounded. So smaller circles can help you with that. Larger circles will give you more challenge. So just take about 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, I'm just gonna bend that knee into the chest, give it a quick tug in. And we're gonna take that all to the other side. So a bent right knee or lengthening that leg long. Take your left foot into the strap or to your hands. Good, and we'll do this a little bit dynamically here at first as well. So just lengthen a little bit and tug. And release and tug and release. And we'll tug that in, a little micro bend in the knee. And then from here, we'll release from there. Left hand on the outside of that leg or the ring. Remember, both hips stay grounded, taking that leg out to the left. You can tug in towards that shoulder if you need to. And notice if you need to do it differently on one side than the other. And then we'll take that back to center. Good, switching out the hands, a long leg or a bend in the knee. Just a gentle 45-degree arc over. Finding your sweet spot here. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll take that back in. If you've got the ring, we'll take that to the side. Good. So going into your circles again, hips stay grounded, smaller for more control. larger for more challenge. And when you're ready, here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, just bring the knees into the chest. If you should not roll like a ball, please do not roll like a ball. Roll over to your side. And I'll just kind of demo that. You'll roll over to your side and just kind of work on your core being right here. Those of us that can roll like a ball will do so. So holding shins or thighs, shins are preferable to keep you from using momentum. And we'll roll over 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Good. And then from here, once you come up, take the legs long, roll that down. We're going to come into series of 5 here. I'm going to count these off in sets of 10. If 10 is not where you are, you stop where you need to stop and then pick it back up with the next one. So if 2 or 4 really good ones is all you can do, then that's all we do. And then we take a break. Never plow through bad form just to get through a number. So from here, knees are in tabletop to begin. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, find that chest lift. Right knee's going to come in. Left hand on the knee, right hand on that left ankle. Left leg's going to come long and hover. And we'll switch. And 2. Hips stay even. 3. Breathe for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Bring that down. Legs come up. Single straight leg stretch. And while we're here, we'll just take a little bit of break just because I like to work through my feet a little bit. So I'm just kind of pointing and flexing. Good. Now, could you think about like you're pressing on an accelerator in the car, pressing through the big toe mound and then flex, and big toe mound and flex, and big toe mound and flex. So roll those ankles in one direction and then the other. Good. And then spread those toes wide and squeeze them together and spread wide and squeeze together and wide and squeeze together. Good. Now from here, inhale, arms up. Exhale, lift that chest. Hands are going to come somewhere behind that left leg as the right leg comes in the hover. And we're going to pull, switch, pull, switch. 2, 3, and we're still breathing. And 4, and we're stretching for 5, and 6, and 7, reach long. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Bring that back in. Bring that down. Knees into the chest. Double leg stretch. Inhale. Exhale, come up. Good. Holding here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, swing the arms around. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 4, 5. Watch your safe neutral. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo. Bringing that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle side to side. Double straight leg stretch. Another opportunity to bring the ring in here. Maybe doing something different than you did with hundreds if you used it. So I'm going to take my ring on the inside of my legs here, right up above the ankles. And I'm going to take my legs into an external rotation here too. So hips, knees, and toes track. If you don't have a ring, you can still do this external rotation for more challenge. Think about zipping up at the thigh, zipping at the heels. This can also be done with a lowered upper body or in a C curve for more challenge. Find yours. But from here, inhale. Exhale, I'm going to lift my upper body. Inhale on the lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And 2. And 3. Watching safe neutral. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost there, 9, and 10. And we'll lower that down. Whew. Remove that ring, set it to the side. Maybe wiggle, wiggle, wiggle side to side. We've got crisscross, knees and tabletop. Your legs do the same thing they do in single straight leg stretch, except now we're adding upper body rotation. So hands behind the head. Really try to lead with the shoulder to facilitate more rotation, more oblique work. So if you really want to work on this waistline, think about leading with shoulder, not with the elbow. And then from here, when you're ready, inhale, exhale, lift and rotate to the right and left and 2. Hips stay grounded. 3, 4, 5, 6 with a smile. 7, 8, 9, woo, and 10. Bring that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle side to side. Whew. All right. So when we did the rollover a moment ago, that is the prep for jackknife, which we're going to do here. Another way of looking at it is extremely similar to a full shoulder stand and yoga practice for those of you that do that. If you cannot do a rollover, please do not attempt jackknife today. And again, all those safety issues, no cervical issues, uncontrolled blood pressure, eye pressure issues. So, or if you just don't want to do that, you can just lower and lift the legs. Okay. You can practice roll ups and roll downs again, or you can take a break. Those of you following me through jackknife, take your legs long, roll the shoulders back, zipping up. Good. So starts just like a rollover. You're going to take it up. Take it back there. Good. Lift the legs up, lower a little bit, and then from here, you'll lower it down. Good. Let's take that right into a roll up. Oh, maybe I'm going to fight for it and take it forward. Good. Just one more. This is a jackknife variation as well, so good. And taking it back. Good. And we'll touch. And we'll lift. Good. Flex the feet. Not so far back. And lower that down. Good. Find your control and just take the legs long. Good. Bending this in. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle side to side. We will go into lift, lower, bend, and stretch here, which is going to look like this. We'll do this in parallel and external. We'll also do it with the ring. So no ring, people. This is what you look like. You're going to lower, lift. So let me try that again. You're going to lift, lower, bend, stretch. There's the better flow. So that's how it's going to look like for you. Good. Ring, people. Again, choose inside or outside. I'm going to choose inside for parallel. Good. So from the hip, you're pressing on the out, rolling the shoulders back. And here we go. Lower to your limit, keeping safe neutral. Good. And then here we go. We're going to lift, lower, bend, and stretch. And lift, lower, bend, stretch, lift, lower, bend, stretch. One more. Lift, lower, bend, and stretch. Good. Bend it in. Ring, people. Take that ring on the outside. Hips, knees, and toes. Turn out away from the body. Those of you without a ring, you're in external rotation. Zip the inner thighs and heels together. And then from here, find your lower. And then here we go. We'll lift, lower, bend, and stretch. And lift, and lower, and bend, and stretch, and lift, lower, bend, stretch. One more. Lift, lower, bend, and stretch. Bend in, remove, that ring. Good. We're going to come to sitting. You can roll over to your side and do that. Or again, maybe rolling like a ball or a full roll up if you want to go that way. So from here, I'm just going to take a few. Maybe roll up and balance. And taking legs long. Good. All right. So nice active practice. I hope the energy is moving. Let's take the legs as wide as your mat here. If you're not working on a mat, just a little bit wider than hip width apart. Find a long spine, maybe a little bit of an anterior tilt in the pelvis, tailbone behind, hip bones will rock forward a little bit. Good. Go into spine stretch forward. Again, this is one of those that's nice to work with the wall, peeling off and peeling back on, but our arms are going to be forward here, zipping up. Good. So try not to think about the hinge. Think about that C-curve scoop. Good. C-curve scoop. As you go to your limit, maybe ears and biceps reach each other. You're still reaching through those arms. And then starting from the tailbone, you'll peel up one vertebra at a time. Good. Now, I'm not today, but sometimes I do. Some people might need to sit on a folded blanket or have something under the knees. Always okay modifications. And we'll C-curve scoop, reaching forward and coming back. And we'll take two more. C-curve scoop, reaching forward. Look down towards your knees, not the wall in front of you. And coming back up. And we'll do that one more time. C-curve scooping. And coming back up. Good. From here, good. So my wall's a little bit in my way here. So I'm going to do this one from a different angle. Might even be a little bit better for you to see here too. So we're going to take our arms out to the side and do this rotation. Think about your arms, shoulder, this whole girdle and set here like a rod. So when you rotate, nothing really moves except your torso. So we don't want to take the arm forward and do whatever this funny thing is here. Think about it nice and long. Find your control. So from here, and both hip bones stay anchored. So we're going to go to the right and center. Left, center, right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center. One more. Right, center, left, center. Relax those arms. Good. We're going to go into some side bending here. So arms out to the side. Good. Get a little side bend. You can reach that up all the way over if you want to. Sits bones stay grounded. And come up. Same thing, other side. And reach. Good. We'll do that again one more time. Good. To the left. Always hard when I'm teaching, remembering my left and right. Or maybe I should be honest. Sometimes it's just hard to remember what it is, even when you're not exercising. Good. Now from here, taking the hands behind the head, elbows out to the side, but not at their widest. Let them be a little bit relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. Now, hips stay grounded. Take a side bend to the left and center and right and center and left and center and right and center. Good. Just relax here. We're going to go right into saw. So that's putting everything together. So arms out to the side. We're going to rotate, reaching around. Think about sawing the pinky toe off with the pinky finger. If you can't reach the pinky, you do what you can. Don't worry about the rest. Hips stay grounded. Good. Peeling that back up, back to center and rotate and reaching around. And taking that back and rotate and reaching around and coming back up and rotate and reaching around and coming back. One more time each side and rotate and reaching around and coming up and rotate and reaching around and coming back and relax. We're going to go into open leg rocker from here. Some of you will rock, some of you will not. So those of you that won't rock or just don't want to rock today, find a balance. So remember, you can go back to the balance that we just did here. You can take the soles of the feet together here and balance. Notice how my spine is long. I'm not collapsing in here. You can play with taking one leg at a time out to the side as you balance. Those of us going into open leg rockers. So traditionally, you hold at the feet. If you're like me and you're a short person, short arms, that might not be very accessible. So maybe you need to hold at the shins, okay? And you can also balance here. And we're gonna rock. We're gonna try to rock 5 times. So from here, taking it back, rock, come up 1, 2, 3, careful for not to go back on the neck, 4, woo, fight for that, 5, coming up and hold, fight for that one too. And then when you're ready, I'm just gonna cross at the ankles, coming forward, we're gonna come belly down. Good. Woo. So as you come belly down here, maybe just give yourself a little wiggle wiggle. Might feel good after all of that work. Good. So from here, we're gonna go into some swimming. We're gonna take both arms long in front. You can have the palms facing each other or the ground. Either way is okay today. And we're gonna start taking this slow, and then we'll build up to it. So your belly button is into the spine. You might have a little bit of length through the low body, but not a rigid length. So not, nice rigid, can't hardly move, can't breathe, that sort of thing. So find that. When you're ready, I'm gonna lift the left leg and the right arm. Careful not to crunch the low back, and lower. Left arm, right leg, and lower. Right arm, left leg, and lower. Left arm, right leg, and lower. Good. You can stay with that pace, or when you're ready, good. Lift the upper body. Lower body can lift a little bit here or almost out of balance. And then just kind of take that here into your swimming. Slow and controlled. Stay with the breath. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that down, recovery pillow, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. Let's get a little bit of a quad stretch in here before we come to side series. So I'm just gonna bend my right knee. I'm gonna reach around, grabbing pants, ankle, or the foot, rolling my right shoulder back. This might be enough for you. Those of you that want something deeper, think about lengthening just a little bit. Squeeze that right glute, take that foot straight up towards the ceiling. Feel that quad. The quad getting its name because it's a group of 4 muscles. Good. And then we'll take that down. Release here. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. Bending the left knee, reaching back, grabbing pants, ankle, or foot. Again, this might be enough for you, just being right here. Or you can lengthen just a little bit, squeezing the left glute, taking that foot straight up towards the ceiling, maybe rolling left shoulder back. And we'll lower and release and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. Now I'm going to roll over onto my left side so that I can better face the camera here. But it doesn't really matter what side you start with because we're going to do the same thing on both sides. Bring in the ring here, and we're going to slide that bottom leg on the inside. You want it up from the ankle. You don't want it on the ankle. That will not be comfortable. And then from here, good. You can, and again, so it's just like regular without the prop. So you want to roll on the hip bone. You don't want to be back here on the glute. So you want that nice long line. You can be up from the shoulder, lifted through the center part of the body, or you can be down here with me. So for this one, good. Make that just a little bit better situated. Good. I'm going to come to the top here. Good. So I'm lengthening long, I'm zipping up. So what you're going to do if you don't have a ring, think about your leg being hip height, and you're going to lift, and that's where you're going to stop. Those of us with the ring, when you come back down from the lift, you're going to give it a little bit of a press, getting the inner thigh. See? So from here goes 1, 2, toes, knees, and hips face forward. 3, belly button stays in. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. From here, we're going to go heel toe. So all the ring does here is just kind of work on range of motion. It keeps your leg up a little bit higher. You're trying to clear it, but everybody can do these whether you've got a ring or not. But from here, I'm going to take hips, knees, and toes towards the ceiling as I take my heel forward. And then as I lift about midway through, toes, knees, and hips are going to turn back. Maybe you tap, maybe you don't. So this is external and internal. And you want that pelvic stability. Okay, so you don't want the hips moving around. You're just from the socket. 3 more. There's 3. 2. And 1. Good. Maybe bend that knee in. Good. This time. Good. So if you've got that ring, that leg's going to come on the inside. So now we're going to get the outer thigh stuff. Those of you that don't have a ring, you're going to start down here and you're going to press, maybe no higher than hip width apart, or hip height rather. Think about somebody's pressing on you here, so you can't go any higher than that. So really think about that resistance. So from here, when you're ready, good, we'll lift and press and lower. And 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Whew. I'm just going to bring this in. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. I'm going to let this ring kind of come to the side. Good. I'm going to bring this foot. So your top foot's going to come in forward here. Just kind of get a little bit of a stretchy. You want to take this a step further, kind of work yourself up to a seat while that leg is there, and then kind of pull in. And then from here, we'll just take that to the other side. So however you need to get there, find yourself there. Good. So we'll bring that ring in. Good. Choose if you're going to be up on the forearm or down here. And then again, you want to be on the hip, not back on the glute, or zipped up. Good. And then from here, so same modifications before if you don't have a ring. Otherwise, we're going to lift and press and lift and press and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. So again, from here, we've got that heel toe. So heel to the front, toe to the back. Watch your hips, stay stable. And 2 and 3. Remember, rotation comes from the hip. 4, 5. Whoops, I didn't clear that very well. 6, 7, and 8. Woo. Good. From here, we'll come on the inside of the ring. So from here, starting low, remember, no ring, people. You're going to pretend you've got that resistance when you stop about hip height. So from here, we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and one. Whew. Release that ring. Good. Take that foot forward. This might be enough of a stretch for you. Others might come up, pulling that in, finding that stretch here. Whew. And then from here, if you did that from sideline, go ahead and transition to a seat. So now we're going to practice some teasers. We're only going to do 2 or 3 of these. These are going to be more traditional teasers through the center. And you can also, especially tight hamstring people, and those of you that are just learning it, for the most part, you're probably going to follow me and bend your knees when you come up. So for example, let's say I've teasered up. This is kind of what you'll look like. Those of you that are more advanced, your legs are going to be long in the lever when you come up, kind of like that. So from here, let's roll that down. Good. When you're ready, inhale and lift. Exhale, C-curve it up. Woo. Again, I'm favoring that left side, but I'm going to teaser myself up. I'm not going to give up. One day I will come up through center. And then from here, take that back down. Inhale, exhale on the lift. Good. And take that down. Do we have one more in us? I think that we do. And inhale, exhale. Oh, maybe a full teaser for me, kind of. All right, and then when you're ready, just kind of take your legs long, fold forward, coming out of there. It's always exciting when I'm able to come up into a teaser, just like a roll up, even though I do veer to the left a little bit versus center, because about a few months ago, I couldn't do that. So practice makes progress. And with more practice, I will eventually come up through center. So from here, I'm just going to cross at the ankles. I'm going to come forward. Good. And we're going to set ourselves up for push-ups. So different things for different people. Good. And we're going to do, I want you to try for 4, but if 1 or 2 really good ones is all you can do, that's fine. I will count off to 10 though. So if you're newer to push-ups and doing it, from full plank, or even a knee down plank is not where you need to be. You can do this on all 4s. It's a modification. But from here, we're going to start turning, not toes, but fingers, elbows, shoulders inward, so that when you come out, your elbows will come out to the side. Okay. So find your plank position where you need them. And remember, we only want to come down halfway. We don't need to come all the way to the floor. That's dangerous to the rotator cuff in most people. So just kind of make it safe. Good. So I'm going to come up here. Belly button is in. Good. And we'll push up for 10. 9. Woo. 8. I don't know if I can make it to 10. 7. 6. 5. We're halfway there. 4. 3. I think I can. 2. I think I can. And 1. Woo! That was challenging. Take that back. Take a child's pose. Whew. Thankfully, that's the only set that we're doing. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll just find a basic plank. So think about shoulders can turn in slightly. Elbows will be slightly bent. So modified plank, you can come down here. Okay. You can come up here. I'm pressing back through the ankles. Belly button is in. Careful not to hang down here. That's hard for the back. If you're up here, you're not in a plank. You're in a downward facing dog. So find yours. Could we go for a longer count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Child's pose. Decompress those wrists. We've got one more. I will give you an add-on. So the add-on is going to be the leg pull. And so that's the one that has the leg lift, if you want to think about it from that perspective. So to show you first, if you're going to do a modified one with knees down, this is going to be your modification. Okay, just taking the leg back. Everyone else, follow me, come up high. Maybe feet are about hip width apart for a little bit more stability. Find your plank, belly button in, lift the left and lower, right, lower, left, lower, right, lower, left, lower, right, lower, left, lower, right, lower. One more, lift, woo, and lift, and pause, and take that down, child's pose, woo. Maybe cupcake those fingertips, decompress those wrists. Whew. And then from here, when you're ready, we're just gonna come to a seat. Good, any seat will do, whatever makes you comfortable. Find some length, ear, shoulders, and hips. Big inhale, take that up overhead. Exhale, let's take that side bend towards the left. Breathe. You can choose to stay here. Maybe you want to open up to the ceiling. Maybe a C curve roll, forehead in the direction of the knee, but not touching. And we'll open and come back to center. Inhale and we'll reach. Exhale, taking it over to the side, opposite side. And then you can choose to stay here. You can open. And maybe a C curve roll. We'll lengthen and we'll come up. Good. From here, let's just go into a few little neck stretches here. Let's roll the shoulders out first before we go there. Just take some to the back and forward. Good. Fingertips to the side. We're still nice and tall. Take the left ear to the left. You can stay here. You can walk out those fingertips. You can extend the arm long, or maybe the left hand comes up. Rest right above that right ear. And then from here, we'll come up. Good. To the other side. Right ear, right shoulder. You can walk out the left fingertips. You can extend that arm long. Or maybe take right hand up, resting it right above the left ear. Remember, no pulling or tugging. And release. Good. Sternum, shoulders, stay forward, turn to the left. Center, turn to the right. And center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today in this Pilates Matwork class. I hope you enjoyed the class and the challenge. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you like this class, please like it on YouTube and follow my channel. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.